We're in Madrid for the 21st and final stage of La Vuelta, and I'd like to say a big thank you for all of you who joined us on GCN Racing for the final Grand Tour of the year. Yesterday we got to witness a true talent and a champion in the making. Tadej Pogačar taking his third stage win of the race and making everyone else look distinctly average at just 20 years of age. Valverde did enough to cling on to second, whilst Primož Roglič essentially sealed the deal on his first Grand Tour GC win by finishing a further 10 seconds down. Those are the GC standings going into the last day, 2 minutes and 33 seconds the gap. Pogačar up to third and into the white jersey. This is what was on the cards for them today though, a short and gentle stroll into Madrid where they would face 10 laps of a city centre circuit. The stage totaled 105.6 kilometres and it was 99% sure to finish in a big bunch sprint. Bennett and Jakobsen then the big favourites. Well, there are two very happy men. Primož Roglič all but guaranteed his first ever Grand Tour win, and Tadej Pogačar becoming just the fourth rider in the last century to be on the podium of one at under 21 years of age. The French squad Ages to could also be happy. Their man Geoffrey Bouchard would take home the King of the Mountains. All he needed to do was just finish the stage. Only 6 men remained in Jumbo-Visma. They'd lost Steven Kruijswijk early due to injury and Tony Martin just a couple of days ago due to a crash, but they've ridden incredibly well for Roglič throughout. Beers all around then, although they were alcohol free. Jumbo-Visma in fact had the honour of bringing the whole race onto the finishing circuits in the Spanish capital of Madrid, but soon after the racing proper could start. Daniel Martinez of EF Education First and Diego Rubio of Burgos BH slipping off the front and holding a slender advantage over a Deceuninck Quick-Step led peloton behind. The speeds were incredibly high once they did start racing properly, well over 50 km/h average. However, with Deceuninck and Bora intent on finishing this with a bunch sprint, the task for the two up front was always going to be incredibly tough. The lead, just 11 seconds with 20 kilometres to go. That had increased slightly a kilometre or so later, but behind there were even more teams gathering themselves towards the front, including Team Sunweb and CCC. Wasn't all plain sailing for this final stage. There was this tangle between Owain Doull of Team Ineos and Oscar Cabello of Burgos BH. Coming to the last 10k's of the stage and the leading duo are just about to be caught. UAE Team Emirates on the front by this point too, riding for their sprinter Fernando Gaviria, a rider I'd almost forgotten was in the race. Coming into the final lap and it was those three sprinters teams bossing things on the front. However, they would soon be overtaken by the Kazakh squad Astana. Slightly strange one, that one, as they don't actually have a sprinter here in the race. However, they were soon swamped and we would have our expected bunch sprint. Coming into the closing few hundred metres of the stage and Deceuninck Quick-Step looked to have things set up perfectly. This is Zdeněk Stybar drilling it. Behind him, a very calm looking Max Richesi checking out what was going on around him. Once Trek Segafredo made their move in the middle of the road, Richesi made his, Jakobsen glued to his wheel. Degenkolb would hit out with over 200 metres to go for Tunes, but Richesi forced his way between the other lead-out riders to give Jakobsen the perfect run towards the line. The only problem for the Dutch champion was that glued to his wheel was Sam Bennett. With just over 100 metres to go, they both made their final acceleration towards the line, but Bennett had left it too late. Chapeau Fabio Jakobsen, chapeau Deceuninck Quick-Step, his second and their fourth stage win of the race. The overhead shot reveals just how much faster they were than anybody else behind them. Sanyok of CCC, the best of the rest, in third place. Those are your top 10 from the day then. Aberasturi rounding out what's been a very solid Vuelta for him in fourth. Edvald Boasson-Hagen of Team Dimension Data rounding out the top 5. Meanwhile, safely in the bunch, Primož Roglič could now say once and for all that he was the winner of the 2019 Vuelta a España, and I'm sure it's going to be a big night of celebration for him and his teammates in Madrid this evening. Never has there been a bigger difference in age, in fact, between the two men standing on the final podium. Roglič taking it by 2 minutes and 16 seconds in the end from Valverde. Pogačar in third place at 2 minutes and 38. And here is that final podium. 39 years of age, Alejandro Valverde, just 20, Tadej Pogačar. And in fact, Valverde had been on the podium by the time Pogačar was just a child. The best young rider was Tadej Pogačar. Here he is receiving the final white jersey, the competition he'll be eligible for the next 5 years. Geoffrey Bouchard has also announced himself as a rider for the future by winning the KOM competition. And Movistar once again managed to take home the team prize, almost 1 hour ahead of their nearest rivals, Astana. Well, thank you once again for joining us. Your company this last 3 weeks has been very much appreciated. We'll be back with more racing action very soon indeed, including a whole season of cyclocross. But goodbye for now.